It takes guts to fail. Failure has gotten such a bad reputation, and it stops so many of us because we're afraid to fail, or if we do fail, it paralyzes us and we stop going after what's important to us. It takes guts to fail, and failure is part of success. You will hear any of the most successful people on our planet today talk more about their failures. They will acknowledge that they failed their way to success. So think about right now your relationship with failure. Is it something that stops you from even trying? Are you scared to try new things? You don't want to take up that new class, or you don't want to put yourself out there because what will people think? Or what if it doesn't work out? Really be honest with yourself. What's your relationship with failure? When you see people failing around you, do you judge them, or do you celebrate them that they were at least making an effort? When you think about failure, what images come to mind? Is it embarrassment, or is it like, wow, I grew? As we get more honest with ourselves about our relationship with things, it helps us to transform it. If we're not even aware of how failure is holding us back or what we're thinking about failure, subconsciously it will sabotage you. As you start to really repattern that, hey, it takes guts to fail. And if it takes guts to fail, and I just failed, good job me, because I had the guts to try. I had the guts to go after what I wanted. I was courageous enough to at least try. And so celebrating yourself when you have those failure moments, because it means that you're growing, it means that you're trying, it means that you're putting in the effort. And I think it's even harder now with this cancel culture. We see people messing up publicly, or we see the aftermath of people making mistakes on social media. And that conjures up images within us. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to have that type of reaction. And even if you're not consciously thinking that, those images get into us at a subconscious level. And so when it's time to push our comfort zone, when it's time to go after our dreams, subconsciously we self-sabotage because we associate going after our dreams as potential failure, and we don't want that embarrassment. And so what happens? Subconsciously we self-sabotage and we never move forward. Failure. It takes guts to fail. It takes guts to go after your dreams. It takes courage to try something new, to put yourself out there. If that's dating, if that's building your business, if that's trying a new sport, going to the gym after 10 years of not being there, that takes so much courage. And so what if we started to celebrate the people around us when they were trying new things? Good for you for going after that. Notice if you often say, oh, I could never do that. Notice that about yourself. I could never do that. Yes, you could. You could choose to do that. It takes guts. It takes courage. Celebrate the people around you publicly in your social circles that are going after their dreams, even if they're not good at it, even if they're struggling, even if they have setbacks. And by celebrating other people going after their dreams, guess what? That gets inside of us too. And now we start saying, what if I could do that? What would that look like in my life? What would that look like for me? And then celebrate yourself. Start celebrating your failures. And that, I'm going to just say, is not easy, right? The human side of us, when we have a failure, when we have a setback, it sucks. It doesn't feel good. And our go-to response usually isn't celebration. And so causing yourself to say, well, at least I tried. At least I had the courage. At least I had the guts. Because guess what? At the end of life, you are not going to regret the things you did. You're going to regret the things you didn't do. You don't want to be the person that says, I wish I would have. I wish I would have tried. I wish I would have done that thing. I wish I would have challenged myself. I wish I would have gone there or done that. Guess what? You don't have to have that. You can make different decisions today. So don't start big, right? Start small. How could you challenge yourself today? Challenge yourself by writing with the opposite hand or brushing your teeth with the opposite hand. Drive a different way. Introduce yourself to a stranger. Stretch that comfort zone. Just start to say yes to things where maybe normally you would say no. And sometimes it'll work out and sometimes it won't. But either way, it's not about the result. It's about the courage it took to be uncomfortable. So are you willing to have the guts to fail? Because on the other side of those failures is the success, is the results, is that life that you would love. So changing your self-image, changing your thoughts around failure, and start failing today. Start failing today, celebrate those successes. Start small, build up that resilience, build up that courage, and see where you're going to be. To help you take those steps outside of your comfort zone, we've created a habit scorecard. And it's just a way to track the action steps that you're taking in the direction of your goals, your dreams every day to help you celebrate the actions that you are taking. So download that scorecard, use that as a tool to help you move the energy towards your dreams. And again, start failing today. Your future self will thank you for it. I'm Stacey Berger, transformational coach in life and business. Here is to you living a life that you love.